change is a little bit different. Nicholas A.
That'd be all bad.
That might be some of the stuff. But what is change? What does it mean to get change, Carter?
He might go to Ross and buy a Adobo.
I think you're still stuck on the question we were asking earlier. You're talking about what he might buy. But what does it mean to get change, Lainey? So it means if you're paying for something, you give them more money than what something costs. So if I'm buying a book and it only costs $5, I give them a $10 bill. Do they get to keep those other $5?
No, you get money back.
I get the money back, and that's my change. So that's what it means to get change.
Unless you want them to keep.
Sometimes if you want
I
to.
don't want them to keep. I'm on out.
You want to get your money back, so that's why you get change. Okay? So throughout this story, it's telling us like the money Todd starts with, then what he uses to pay for something, and then the money gets back. And why do you think that's important? Why do you think we want to talk about the money? Carter.
He might go take the money and buy something.
Okay. So he's buying stuff with his money. Do you think he'll have the same amount of money throughout the whole story?
No, probably not.
Why do you think he won't have the same amount of money? Caitlin? Because he's going to spend it. So does the money look the same as you're spending it?
No.
No, because if you start out with a $20 bill and then you spend some money, are you still going to have that $20 bill?
No.
So one of our first, have you guys ever heard of the comprehension strategy called questioning? Probably you have, some of you have, some of you haven't. So a comprehension strategy is something that helps you understand a book better. And questioning is how, when good readers, they ask themselves questions about a book that they're reading because they're paying attention to the story and they want to know more. So what you guys just did, we just asked a question about the money on the bottom of these pages. What question did I ask? Lainey? I asked what's changed. So my question is, I was wondering, why is the author showing us all this money? So when we look over here, can you guys see this paper?
When you wonder, you think.
When you wonder, you think. So this chart paper here, these are some questions that you can ask yourself when you're reading. So one of them is you can say, I wonder. So I can say, I wonder why the author's put these pictures of the money on the bottom of the page. Or you can ask, why is this important? That's another question that can help you when you're reading. Or you can say, why did the author tell us this? So when something happens, you can ask, why is the author telling me this? And it'll help you understand the story better. So the question that I asked was, why is the author showing us the money? And then what were some clues from the book that we used? Because you guys helped me answer the question. What were some clues from the story about why we might want to look at the money that Todd has? Caitlin? To see how much he has, how much he doesn't have. Madison, did you have something you wanted to add? What were we talking about?
How much money you get back?
To figure out change. And then what did we see Todd doing at the pet store? Like, what was he doing with those bones? Haley, do you know what Todd was doing with those bones on the picture we were looking at? He was buying them, okay? So if he's buying stuff and we want to know how much money he has, then the author probably showed us all that money because we want to see how much he has, and you also want to see how the money looks different. So how much money changes, because sometimes you have bills and sometimes you have coins. So we want to see how the money looks different. Alrighty. So now we're going to start reading our story. And like I said, we're going to read Tightwad Todd, and it's by Daphne Skinner, and it's illustrated by John Nez. Also, one last thing that I forgot to mention, our power words, allowance, lend, valuable, and bargain. If you guys hear these while I'm reading, you can raise your hand. And once I've finished to the end of the page, we will talk about them real quick, okay? And see how they were used in the story. And also, do you guys, you know the skill that you've been working on with problem and solution? Right, you guys have been talking about that a lot with Ms. Perkins.
And money.
And they're working on money too. So we're going to be talking about problem solution in this story. So when you have a problem and you try to fix it, that's your solution, right? So for example, if I figure out that I just can't get my homework done when the TV is on, how would I solve that? Turn the TV off. Very good. So there's your problem.
Or move to a different
And you have a solution. Or move to a different room. So at the end of this, while we're reading this story, we're going to figure out what the problem is, like what's going on, and then at the end we'll talk about how he solves it, okay? So, Todd liked money. He liked getting his allowance. He liked getting birthday checks. Once he found a nickel on the street and it made him happy all day long. What did you guys hear?
Allowance.
Allowance. And what does that mean again?
You
can all say it together.
Do work or chores and you get money.
Very good. He did not steal it. He earned it.
Yeah.
So is getting an allowance the only way that he gets money? Now, how else does he get money? Cortez. Caitlin? He got birthday checks, so he got money for his birthday, for his family. And one time he said he found a nickel on the street. Have you ever found money, like on the ground? That's awesome. Alright, we're going to continue reading now. Todd never spent his money. Whenever he got some, he put it away. He had 4 piggy banks, a penny jar, he had a money clip, and a safe. They were all full of money. One rainy Saturday, Todd was counting his pennies when the phone rang. Todd, it's Jake, called Todd's brother Ernest. He's going to the movies. Do you want to go with him? No thanks, answered Todd. I'm busy. How is he busy? What is he doing in this picture? Counting money. Very good. On Sunday, Todd was putting quarters into paper wrappers when the phone rang. Todd, it's Jake, said Ernest. He's going to the park to play ball. Do you want to go? Tell him no thanks, answered Todd. I'm busy. What is he doing in this picture?
Counting money.
Counting money. On Monday, Todd was folding dollar bills into his money clip when the phone rang. Todd, Jake's riding his bike to the mall. Do you want to go with him? Said Ernest. No thanks, answered Todd. I'm busy. What is Todd doing again? Counting his money again. Todd, Ernest said, I'm starting to worry about you. All you do is count your money. Todd shrugged. He liked counting his money. Ernest pulled a $20 bill out of his pocket. Do you think you could spend one of these? He asked. A 20? Maybe, said Todd. So what did we say that Todd loved when we were looking at the cover? Money. Were we right about that?
Yeah.
We were definitely right about that. He definitely loves his money. Bet you couldn't, said Ernest. You're too much of a tightwad. Bet I could, said Todd. He didn't like being called a tightwad. Then here's the 20, said Ernest. But if you don't spend all of it, you have to give it back plus $5. Deal? Deal, said Todd, and then he called his friend Jake. So the word tightwad, do you think that's a good thing in the story? Do you think that Todd wants to be called a tightwad?
No.
Alright, what do you guys think it might mean? What do you think that word tightwad might mean, Cortez? Did you lose your train of thought? Alright, I bet Nicholas A can help you out. You forgot to, Demaria? You think it's his middle name or his nickname? Okay. Kamaya? He doesn't like to spend his money. Okay. Damien? A brat. Madison?
someone that doesn't want to go out with the other person to go places.
There's someone who
Just
doesn't want to go out
another
places.
count as money.
Okay, so those are a lot of good ideas, and as we keep reading, we'll keep talking about what we think that might mean, okay?
That's
And
what
by
it
the
is.
end of the story, I'm sure we'll figure it out. Okay. So, what is going on right now? What did Todd's brother tell him? What's happening right now? What did Todd's brother just do? Dallas, what did Todd's brother just do in the store?
He just went over to the
Alright, we want to make sure that we're all facing the front and we're paying attention, okay? Haley? So Todd just called his friend to spend his money. And what did his brother do? Why is Todd going to go spend money? Right. So he said that he would have to give it back plus $5. That's very good. Thank you for paying attention. And so his brother made a bet. He said, I bet you couldn't do this. And Todd said, I bet you I can. So now we're going to see if he can do it. Do you think he can? Do you think he'll spend all $20 that he has? Some say yes, some say no. We're going to find out. We're going to find out. On the way to the mall, Todd told Jake about the bet. Piece of cake, said Jake. He liked to spend money. They went to the pet store so Jake could buy fish food. You could get something for Waldo here, Jake said. Waldo is Todd's dog. So were we right about the pet store?
Mm-hmm.
And you figured that out just from the picture earlier, right? How about this nylon bone, asked Jake. I don't know, said Todd. $3 is a lot of money. And they're not even real bones. He turned the $20 bill over and over in his hands. They're real nylon, said Jake. Well, okay, said Todd. So do you think he's really excited about buying that bone?
No,
Why not?
because it's not for him.
Well, it might not be for him. It's for his dog,
it's
though.
so much money.
He said it's so much money. He's like, oof, $3. That's a lot. I don't want to spend that. All right. So real quick, we're going to start looking at the money. How much money is Todd starting out with? $20.
$20 bill.
So he has a $20 bill. He has a $20 bill. And the nylon bone is $3. So what is he going to pay with to get that bone?
He's going to give her the $20.
He's going to give the $20 bill. Okay. So then how much will he get in change? You guys all say it together.
$17.
$17. If you have $20 and you take away $3, $17. Oh, we're not worried about tax.
You're decreasing.
You're decreasing or subtracting $3. So he starts with his $20 bill. He starts with his $20 bill. But then, because he just spent $3, he's going to have, he said 17, so he's going to get a $10 bill back. And he's going to get a $5 bill back. How much is that right there? 15. And then he's going to get 2 ones. So how much is that total?
17. 2 more dollars.
So now he has $17. A 10, a 5, 2 ones.
Is that money real? Is that money real, Miss Lauren?
Boys and girls, do we all need to be yelling over each other? Okay. So now he has $17 with 1 10, 1 5, and 2 ones. That is not $38, it is $17.
He paid the cashier.
Alright, so now they went to the bookstore next. Jake found a copy of Mountain Bike magazine. It cost $3.50. That's expensive, said Todd. But it has a story about biking in the Rockies, said Jake. I'm going camping there this summer. I've got to get it. Todd saw a magazine called Coin World. It had stories about rare piggy banks, ancient coins, and the most valuable penny ever found. It cost $3. When Todd saw the price, he put Coin World back on the shelf. Then he picked it up again. Todd called Jake, come on, and Todd bought the magazine. Did you guys a chance to hear one of our power words?
Yeah.
What word did you hear?
Valuable.
Valuable, very good. Okay, so what just happened on these 2 pages? What is Todd doing in the bookstore? He's looking at books and magazines. Devin, do you know what Todd is doing in this bookstore? Looking at the magazines. Mariah? Looking at the magazine. So which magazine did he look at that he thought was really interesting? Madison?
The bike one, but then he put that one back, right?
And a
And then he
coin.
got the other one,
The coin.
Am I wrong?
and then
Jake,
it's
his
stuff
friend
to-
Jake likes the mountain bike one, and then Todd likes the Cornwall one. Why do you think he would like the Coin World magazine? Because he loves coins, because he loves money, right? So one of my questions is, did he immediately grab the book and say, oh, I'm going to buy this right now? No, he kind of like hesitated and waited, and what did he do? He put the book back where? He put it back on the shelf, and then he picked it up and went and bought it. So my question is, what I'm thinking is, I'm wondering, why did he put the book back on the shelf first? So I'm going to write that here. Why did he put it back first? And what are some of the clues that can help us answer this question? I'm going to give you guys a second to think, because I want everyone to start thinking about why would Todd put the magazine back on the shelf before he decided, yeah, I want to buy this? Haley? Because he thought it was too much money. Because how much did it say it cost? Do you guys remember? $3. Did you remember what he said on the page before about the bone that cost $3? He said, that's really expensive, right?
Oh,
He's got $3 is expensive. So clues, he says, too much money. So if our clue is that $3 was too much money, then why do you think he put the magazine back before he decided to buy it? Madison?
because he probably wanted to look at a different one and then go back to get that one and buy it.
Maybe. Explore his options. Mariah? Okay, so he thought it was too much money. Did he want to spend that much money?
No.
No. So our answer would be that he didn't want to spend that much money. So he did not want to spend that much money. All right. Are you guys seeing our pattern for how to do your questioning as you're reading? As you're reading, you come to something, you can just say, I wonder why. Then you can look in the book, find some clues, and then you can come up with the answer. And then do you think it helps you understand the story better?
Come up with the answer.
Definitely. All right. So now, he did buy that book though. Once after he put it back, he picked it back up, and he did go buy it. So now, Jake said, I could use a snack. So could I, said Todd. They stopped at the ice cream store, and Jake read the flavors. Todd read the prices. Chocolate banana gumbo, said Jake. He bought a cone. $2.25 for a cone? That's expensive. Not for chocolate banana gumbo, said Jake. Taste this, he said. Wow, said Todd. He bought one too.
Look at his money.
He is spending his money. They walked along eating their cones until they came to Bob's Bargains. Bob's has good stuff, said Jake. Look at that Rocky Mountain calendar. It's last year, said Todd. I'll bet the pictures are nice, though. That's why I want it, said Jake. Then they noticed the calculators. Todd liked calculators. He spotted a solar calculator with musical buttons. No batteries required, he said. Plays hundreds of tunes. Cool, said Jake. Let's go in. And Todd bought it. So what did Todd just buy?
Musical calculator.
A musical calculator, and it's a solar calculator too,
It
right?
said bargain. I said bargain.
I did say bargain. Very good. What is bargain?
Something
Something
cheap.
cheap.
Like a cheap date that doesn't cost a lot of money.
Something that doesn't cost a lot of money. Very good. You guys are doing really good on these power words. I'm proud of you. Keep raising your hand when you hear them, okay?